This is a great story here, Nick. A 16-year-old amateur, the U.S. junior champion, Jordan Spieth, playing very well.
Well, I've heard from all accounts that this man's got game, can do everything right, comes from a very athletic family.
That didn't look too complicated, did it?
No, what should we give him on style for that one, Gary? There we go, there's his classmates.
There they are. Here's Spieth.
There you go. Oh, beautiful shot.
Especially on the last hole with the hometown fans watching.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Welcome to the TV world.
Thank you.
I think you're going to fit in just fine here.
He's birdied 3 of the last 4 holes, and he's only 4 back.
Look at the gallery here, all the houses, they're all watching the young kid here at 17T, Jordan Spieth, 16 years of age. Really handled himself well all week. He's got a 7-iron here, the 17th hole downhill into the wind, 172. All right, good shot. One of the best I've seen. And I'm sure you can hear the sound there. The crowd's absolutely loving it. That was the groan of a couple of thousand people down here.
Difficult lie. Don't know whether you can get under it enough to flop it up in the air.
Keep going.
Release. Oh,
What a shot.
played it absolutely beautifully
To finish this memorable week.
Well, he's going to take some fantastic memories away from this week.
Their schoolmates, Jim, have put a sign on the back of the range right next to Corey, which is said, Jordan for Ryder Cup.
Dallas can root for their own, can't they?
Yeah, it was awesome. 16, 17, 18 especially, but the entire round, the entire week, you know, it's nothing like I've ever experienced with the support that I've gotten from everyone out here. You know, starting the week, I would have definitely taken a top 20. It would have been, you know, in a heartbeat, I would have taken it. You can't win every time, and you can't get, you know, top few every time. So, you know, I'm extremely happy with how it ended.
Amateur Tiger Woods.
Tiger would birdie the first hole in his first round, having gone out of bounds from this same tee in the Pro-Am the day before. But this was offset by bogeys at the 6th and 9th.
Fairways were lined, you know, greens out there. I couldn't see the pin on number 9. I couldn't pick it out. The crowd was so loud that it was like kind of deafening.
Sounds like you enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun because it's sort of like entertaining for the crowd. You get good shots, you get rewarded by the crowd applauding.
After 8 straight pars on the inward half, Tiger had this putt for a birdie and an even par round of 71. But he had to be content with the 72. A marvelous effort.
My main goal of the near future is to make the U.S. Open, because I'm exempt to the regional qualifyings, and to make the Walker Cup next year.
Tiger was always scrambling on Friday, shot 75 and missed the cut. But it was a heroic effort in front of a huge crowd. I asked him if he feared early burnout.
If it happens, it happens. But I'm not going to let it happen, though. I'm going to try my damnedest not to let it happen.
Justin Thomas, Peter Osterhaus, a 16-year-old amateur.
And 6 under par, 2 off the lead. What a day for him.
Would be the 3rd youngest player ever to make a cut on the PGA Tour. Swing of a 16-year-old, the flexibility of it.
Beautiful swing down the line. Lovely balance into the follow-through, swung just freely through the ball. Super result.
Out to 5, and Justin Thomas, the amateur, playing his 3rd shot.
Young 16-year-old. Tugged it left. Will it catch the slope? It will, but it'll be on the other side of the ridge, so he'll have a difficult breaking putt for his birdie.
Who knows where he'll be in a few years? Probably about 4 or 5 inches taller and about 40 pounds heavier.
This is the 16-year-old amateur playing his 9th hole of the day. And I don't know, Ian, if you've had a chance to watch this young man, but he's got a great game. Justin Thomas.
Sure does. Unbelievable story.
16-year-old from Goshen, Kentucky. He finished 36 holes at 3 under par, becoming the 3rd youngest player in history to make a cut on the PGA Tour.
Did everything I was supposed to. I mean, most people probably think that I putted well or something, but
I had a short iron in my hand. I put it in the right spot in the green, and I made the putt. I mean, it's not like I was making 20-footers. I was making 8, 10-footers, and had a 2-putt birdie, and I mean, it was just solid.
How'd the other guys you played with take all this? You know, they're seasoned pros. They've been around a while. Were they okay?
I mean, they weren't really focusing much on me. I'm sure, you know, they're worried about their own game, so it's pretty normal.
You got a chance to make some history this afternoon. I don't want to get that in your head and screw you all up, but it'll still be what, one shot at a time, one hole at a time?
Yeah, I mean, same as every tournament and every time. I'm just gonna do the best I can.
It's very impressive. I mean, this is one of those guys I've never heard about before. I mean, and I would say he is as impressive as when Michelle Wee came on the stage. You know, but all of the ability, what they can do with the golf ball. I mean, this guy can hit it miles and miles. I mean, he came up on the range yesterday, and this is the first time I ever seen this on the PGA Tour, where a guy who comes in Monday qualifiers and everybody on the range stops and go and watch him hit balls.
I just noticed when I turned around, hit a few balls, you know, all of them were surrounded by me and watching. That's a great feeling, you know. I got a little nervous stepping over a couple of them because these are the guys I watch on TV and admire, but it's a good feeling, you know. I'm sure they know now I hit the ball farther than them, so.
Up in the upper echelon of the world's longest drive competition players.
This has become his signature hole. He loves this tee shot at the par 4 16th. Water in front of the green, 357 to the front edge. Check this out. Drives the green again. Wasn't able to make the eagle putt, so he had to settle for birdie.
Tony shot a 2 over 72 in the final round.
I know I have the game to do it, just a little bit more experience, and you never know. Maybe next year, you know, I could be out here competing with these guys every week, and that's my goal. So.
Just how much interaction have you had with Jordan?
In junior golf, I had a lot of interaction with him, but he's a little bit older than I am, so he went to college and then obviously turned pro. But I saw him today. He came over from #1, said hello to me.
I would imagine John Fields at the University of Texas is thrilled to have this young man coming in. Jordan Spieth didn't hurt anything when he went to the University of Texas.
Yeah, Scottie, we go back a long time. I remember playing against him. I think he was beating me back then when he was 9 or 10. I was 12 or 13. But he's an incredible talent. I'm excited that he's going to be a Longhorn. Get out there, hit a couple greens, and make a putt, and then all of a sudden it's so much easier once you get one putt to go in this kind of setting.
Not bad at all from down there.
17-year-old probably having the time of his life.
Well, I got the call to play right after NCAAs, and I was really excited to play. That was before I had qualified for the U.S. Open, so I didn't know I was going to go 2 weeks in a row. Golf course looks great. I've heard a lot of great things, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there and having a good week.
And an aggressive putt for an eagle. That gets him into the lead.
Amateur Patrick Cantlay, big story last week at Congressional Country Club. Developing story here. He is tied for the lead, and that will give him the individual lead.
That's the lowest score ever shot on the PGA Tour by an amateur, and already the World Golf Hall of Fame requested some of the gear, the scorecard.
You just shot 60 on the PGA Tour, for crying out loud.
It was fun. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It was a thrill of a lifetime right there. On the greens, I felt really, really comfortable, and I felt like I could roll almost any putt I had in. I shot 5 under on the front, and then I got to 10, and I hit a drive right, and then I rolled in the 25-footer for par, and that really kept my round going and gave me a lot of confidence going into the back. I tried to have no expectations, just so I didn't limit myself. You can't expect to win, but try and play the golf course as best I could, and I knew if I played to my capability, I'd have a good finish.
The ovation for Patrick Cantlay at the 18th.
Just a great learning experience, playing in front of big crowds. What a thrill it must be for him.
The 19-year-old #1 ranked amateur in the world. Now, what a lovely touch.
Gotta love those young nerves. That was not an easy chip. What a story. 60 in that second round.